Welcome to Kubera. My name is Mike, and today we've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the altcoins, the entire cryptosphere. We're talking about, will Bitcoin reach 3,000? Will it reach 5,000, 10,000? Ethereum, 500 million. So, seriously, it's an exciting time right now. Some people are super nervous. They're super scared. Listen, if you're one of those people watching right now, and you have your coins, be it Bitcoin, be it Ethereum, Litecoin, whatever, if you have it on Poloniex, if you have it on Coinbase or any other online exchange, please be aware of their policies. Please read their policies because some will not support Bitcoin Cash. For example, Coinbase has come out and they said they're not supporting Bitcoin Cash. Bitrex has come out and said that they will be supporting Bitcoin Cash. However, they're not sure if they're going to list it. There's a lot of exchanges that even though they're like, hey, it's all gooch, they're not sure whether they're going to list it, whether they're going to keep it up even. So pretty much what the situation that's going on is, if you have it in an online wallet, as you guys know, the private keys aren't yours. So technically, if anything happens to the Bitcoins, well, you were at fault there. For anybody who's unfortunately unable to withdraw because, you know, they're waiting on confirmations or it's coming from an exchange that's going to take a couple days, it's the weekend, I'm sorry, but you just have to make do with what the situation has had. Hopefully you have your Bitcoin spread out. Anyways, so if you have it in an offline wallet, let's talk about Bitcoin Cash first. We're going to go through a couple topics here right now. What my predictions are, maybe my opinions. Don't take any trading advice from only one individual. Take it from multiple individuals. Do a lot of your own research and then only invest with funds that you can afford to lose, because worst case scenario, you know, hope for the best but expect the worst. If you need to pay the bills, if you need to go into debt, like, you shouldn't be going into debt, but you know, there's weird stuff that happens in life, so always be prepared for the unexpected. Hopefully you make a lot of money, but if anything happens, you're able to long-term hold. Because remember, as long as you don't sell, you're all good. And holding the big crypto boys, well, that's fine because, you know, it's an emotional roller coaster ride every single month, every single day, pretty much. Anyways, so Bitcoin right now is at $2,700. Last time I checked, Bitcoin Cash was around the $300 range, which pretty much someone asked me in the comments section below. I will answer right now. It was something along the lines of like, so Bitcoin Cash hasn't been released yet. It's coming out August 1st. What is Bitcoin Cash? Bitcoin Cash is pretty much an altcoin. So you know how there's Ethereum and Ethereum Classic? There's two different ones. And Ethereum is worth like 10 or 20 times more than Ethereum Classic. And there's just this giant like divide. Well, pretty much that's the same thing that's going to happen here. Bitcoin Cash is probably not going to be worth a lot because a lot of people don't believe in it. There's exchanges that are like, well, we don't support it straight up. There's other exchanges that, okay, we support it, but you know, if we don't list it, the only thing you can do is withdraw and go on an exchange that does support it. But if it's a small exchange, there's not going to be a lot of people. And then suddenly everybody's trying to sell August 1st. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. So that's honestly why I don't even care to have Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash. I don't want to risk it. I've had enough risk in my life. I've made money. But this is one of those things where I'm just going to sit back, watch what's going on. I do have a little bit of Bitcoin. I do have some Steam. I have, you know, stuff just kind of floating around there, but I don't want to really play around for the next week. I'm just going to call it off for the weekend and just, you know, enjoy the beautiful weather outside. Anyways, so if you have it on Bitrex or an offline wallet or wherever, you have pretty much what's going on. Let's say you have one Bitcoin, right? So you have one Bitcoin, and then come August 1st, you have one Bitcoin and one Bitcoin Cash, okay? And Bitcoin Cash, when it was first announced, it was like $900, and then it dropped to $300. And people are asking, well, how can it drop? That's pretty much speculation. So that's most likely the price. You can monitor on CoinMarketCap, or there's a couple other websites as well. But it's dropping because the day it does come out, August 1st, everyone's most likely going to try and sell it. And as soon as that happens, it's going to go from like, I don't know what it is right now. If, let's say it's like 300, it's going to go to like, I don't know, 200, 100, 150. And it could happen super fast. And most likely, in addition to all of that, that's if we live in a perfect world. That's if everybody gets their orders through. You know what's going to happen? These exchanges are going to be overwhelmed. They're going to glitch out. It's going to cause the prices to fluctuate way more drastically than we could ever imagine. So honestly, I've had enough of my experiences with My hairstylist just sent me a text message. Anyway, so I've had enough experiences in my life with Poloniex, with all these other exchanges where I'm just like, oh, cool, I made a lot of money. Let's sell it now. It's not going through. It's not going through. I see the price is dropping. Why is the price dropping? Reload the page, reload the page. You're sitting super stressed out. I had to do that with Ripple 4 times. Like, I did make money, but I actually lost within 10 minutes 1.5 to 2%. 1.5 to 2% was a lot. I had like $2,000, which literally within just a couple minutes. I clicked it, it didn't go through. That's it. Like, I would have had that extra money. It's just poof, it's gone. Anyway, so you know, you can't control this stuff. It's just part of the game. So yeah, honestly, Bitcoin Cash most likely will go down, and then it'll just kind of stabilize at some point. But we're not sure what's going to happen. Maybe there's going to be a bunch of exchanges who suddenly list it, but honestly, Coinbase is one of the big guys out there. They have GDAX and all that. And if they're not really supporting it at all, that they're like, yo, you're not going to get Bitcoin Cash with us, pretty much, I don't think that's a good sign. And already, you know, it's kind of like, bah, 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 bah. So yeah, that's a lot of people. And, you know, there's people coming out on Reddit and YouTube and they're like, well, we don't really like it. I'm still kind of researching it, but I'm more leaning on the side that's just like, well, you know, there's nothing really too amazing about it. It's just like, okay, it's another altcoin. It's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna just disappear forever, but like, nobody cares about Ethereum Classic. Nobody cares about Ethereum Classic. So let's look at the big boys. Ripple, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and my personal favorite, Steam, even though it's technically not a big boy because it's in the top 20. Still, it's in the top 20, but we're talking about the top 3. So first of all, Ripple, Ethereum, and Bitcoin are the big guys. A lot of people are very familiar with that, and honestly, I think Ethereum has a big chance of hitting $500 or more, maybe $550, maybe $600. However, currently it's crashed quite a bit. There's some people who are going to bet against Bitcoin on August 1st or maybe July 31st. Now, you can do that. However, if you're going to be doing that, I'd recommend having half of your money in Bitcoin, half of it in Ethereum. You have your risk pretty much spread out. So at that point, if Bitcoin goes up, yay, you made money. And if Ethereum goes up, yay. Now, if Bitcoin goes down, Ethereum skyrockets or whatever, then you make money. So anyways, it's pretty much kind of spread out. If you're just going in on Ethereum, it's kind of like 50-50. So, but some people are saying that if Bitcoin kind of does its little thing and it goes up super much, then all the altcoins will follow and Ethereum will follow as well. Honestly, it all depends on what you're doing, because no matter what, Ethereum and Bitcoin will be going up over the long term. If you're a short-term trader, hey, maybe, I mean, like, I don't know what short-term might be, and I'm not quite sure if the exchanges will even be, like, instant, but it's definitely going to be huge fluctuations. So maybe if you're trading, like, it might be good, because you might be able to just do, like, 10 transactions within an hour if it goes fast enough. It all depends. If you're doing short-term trades, you can make a lot of money if you know what you're doing, and luck is on your side so that nothing glitches out, everything's fine. But seriously, if you're holding Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin, whatever it is, long-term, it's looking nice. To be quite honest, I don't think Bitcoin will ever hit $500,000. And let's be realistic here. Ethereum's going to be a couple $100,000. Ethereum, Bitcoin, the flippening, and then the Ethereum skyrockets, and it's just like even tens of thousands of dollars. I think Ethereum has potential to be where Bitcoin is right now, but it's going to take a very long time. I don't think it's going to get past $1,000 within the next couple of months. I could be completely wrong. It could surprise me. It could be much faster than it is right now, but I definitely think it has potential to hit the couple $100 mark over the next couple months, because autumn is most likely, unless there's some crazy news events out there, because you don't know, the markets are so volatile to like rumors and everything out there. But most likely Ethereum has a chance of hitting the $500 range, or, you know, going past and hitting a new peak. Bitcoin, I think it can definitely hit past $3,000. I think it has a chance of even hitting $4,000 within the next couple of months. But I'm betting more like, it's going to be fluctuating around the $2,000 to $3,000 range. I'm not like, it's going to be $4,000, yay! Now, let's think about this logically. The reason there's people out there saying, oh, it's going to be $500,000, yeah, we're all going to be millionaires. Think about that. Suddenly you have everybody out there who's millionaires. Like, seriously, they're like, oh my goodness, whoa, Lamborghinis, yay! Well, there's this whole thing called, like, the market cap, where Last time I checked right now, Bitcoin's was like $45 billion and it's at $2,800. So that means that's a huge market there. Now, of course, there's plenty more people who are being introduced to Bitcoin every single day, and that's the most important aspect. Forget the price. It's all about who knows about Bitcoin. Since there's so many more people, like in Poland, for example, there's very few people who know what Bitcoin is. And there's a lot more countries like this where people are just like, not everybody's clueless, but there's a lot of people. The average person is not familiar with what a Bitcoin is. They might have heard about it, but they're not sure what it does. They think it's to do with like bad stuff. They're not sure. They don't know what they do with it. They would never personally buy it, at least not in this current state, right? Because they're just not sure what it is. They're not familiar with it. They need to be educated. So pretty much what's going on is in order for Bitcoin to rise to like $100,000, the market cap needs to rise, of course. More people need to buy Bitcoin. But when you're dealing with $1 trillion market cap for cryptocurrencies, I think that's definitely possible in the future, of course. I think even maybe Bitcoin will hit $1 trillion market cap and then a couple $1 trillion. If we're looking years down the line, just years down the line, you know, our kids, the next generation, sure. But in order for it to hit a couple $100,000 worth, we're not talking about trillions of dollars anymore. That's like, I don't know. I'm not quite sure about the numbers. I'm sorry, I'm not an expert on that stuff, but I'm guessing, my personal guess is like 20 trillion, 30 trillion just for one coin. Then you factor in all the other coins. So what are we talking about? A cryptocurrency market here that's bigger than everything else out there, pretty much? Like, it has to be bigger than all the major industries out there. When you start thinking about that, like, oh wow, how much is Google worth? Oh, it's not worth $10 trillion? You start realizing what, like, wow, the market cap would have to be bigger than most countries like I've ever seen. The richest person on earth. Well, okay, so we can go through a lot of things, but let's just pick one of the richest people on earth, Andrew Carnegie, who at the time of his death had around $400 billion. $400 billion. Take one little Andrew Carnegie, right? $400 billion. You multiply him times 10. Oh, no, not enough. You multiply him times 100. 100 Andrew Carnegies would pretty much have to invest in Bitcoin for it to hit $100,000. Like, all of their money. It's insane. You start talking about those numbers and it's like, wow, that's most likely not going to happen. So, yeah, I'd get out of the sky. I do think the long term, though, everything's going to be growing, but I wouldn't be like, oh my goodness, yeah, we're all going to be millionaires. And even if for someday that does happen where everybody is millionaires or whatever, it's inflation, of course, because if everybody is, like, you know. Anyways, so even if that would be a possibility in the future, never say never, Mike, right? Someone's going to disprove me in 2,000 years. Anyways, so if that is a reality someday, no, but seriously, if everybody would be millionaires, and then you get started into these weird discussions, but I mean, there's people who would sell way, way before that, and you need so much money. It's just like, you need everybody to just spend all their money at once. You'd have countries buy, I'm not sure, dude, government regulations, and there's so many things that come into play that that's just not going to happen. Now, Bitcoin hitting a couple $1,000s, yes, okay, so I definitely see a lot of growth. I see more growth for the altcoins, though, so I'd be investing in the bigger altcoins, such as maybe Steam, where it has something going for it, like a platform. Now, it could be a complete pyramid little thingy, but then again, everybody's saying, oh, Bitcoin was a pyramid, Litecoin was a pyramid, da 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 da. Anyways, my name is Mike. The safest thing you can do is just keep your money in an offline wallet and go for the long term with Bitcoin. I'd sell it $3,000 if you can. No, seriously, I'd sell it $3,000. Sell it above the market prices. You don't know how to make money with market prices? Check out my video. It'll be down in this link in the description below. Also, if you need Bitcoin or you need to exchange into Bitcoin, your Ethereum, whatever, I do sell Bitcoin, so write me a message. And yeah, we shall see you guys tomorrow. Daily uploads every single day. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully my hair is gone.